So you wouldn't do a threesome with your husband?
Absolutely not, because he's my husband.
Did you even have to ask?
What? Welcome to the Men of Impact podcast. It's your boy LAC, and I'm so happy you're here with me. All right, let's get right into it.
Sleeping or letting your husband or wife sleep with someone else is like irresponsible, or it's not a marriage anymore. Like, I'd be kind of curious of what you believe a responsible marriage is like. Or I understand that you have a religious view on marriage, but when I think about a marriage, I think like I could see somebody saying they're married if it's like completely romantic, like you're not allowed to do romance with anyone else. Like, basically, what does a responsible marriage mean to you?
Marriage is not just a contract. Like, it wasn't just like the government came up with a contract for people to get married. You know, the history of marriage, you can't separate that from the church. The problem is people are trying to make things cool and trying to update and make them modern. And now people are saying you can have a polygamous marriage and you can bring in other people on the outside of a marriage. What's the point of getting married?
There you go. If you're going to bring somebody else inside your marriage, it ain't a marriage. And it's not just a piece of paper, like she said. She's on it right now. Think about it. She is one woman against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think 6 women that are OnlyFans models. Just let that register to you. So she's one woman who is for a nuclear family, who stands on what a woman should be, which is a woman should be a wife of one man, have children, and be upheld in the standard of society that carries himself well against how many women? 6 women that show their bodies online. So that's it. So I'm with Candace right now. I'm with Candace. Let's continue.
Literally, I'd like to ask the question: if you think that you can, if you want to marry somebody and then outsource the sex, outsource the responsibility, outsource what the labor of love is actually supposed to be about, why not just stay single?
I like what she said about the outsourcing the labor of love, because marriage, a lot of people think, it's the end. Actually, marriage is the beginning. Once you get married, that's when the real work starts. And a lot of people, we live in a microwavable generation where people don't want to work. These people, they don't want to work. What they want to do is, basically have the idea of marriage is good, but they still don't want to stay in the confines of marriage. They want to act as though they go to school, but they don't want to attend the classes. They put on the uniform, but they don't go to class. It's kind of like the same thing. They claim that marriage is something they want, but in reality, they don't abide under the structure of marriage, which is you're supposed to be for one person. And so Candace is saying, there is hard work that goes into marriage. There's a work ethic. You got to work hard. Do you love your partner? If you don't get married. But if you get married, work through things. You don't outsource the work to somebody else, like Candy says. You don't outsource the work to people who are part of the adult world to help you with your marriage. You don't outsource the work of working on your marriage, working on yourself, and growing together.
So you wouldn't do a threesome with your husband?
Absolutely not, because he's my husband.
Did you even have to ask?
What? So you wouldn't do a threesome with your husband? No, woman. No, I'm not allowing myself to be with another woman and my wife at the same time. That is darkness. That is wickedness, and your mind is fried. I'm talking about you've been under the sun too long. You're just completely gone up here. For you to allow another person, whether a man or a woman, to come into your matrimonial bedroom and sleep with your husband or your wife. Imagine me as a husband, as a man, and saying, I'm going to have another dude come in my room, in my bedroom, with where my wife and I sleep and spend intimate moments, and say, let's have a threesome. How does that give glory to God? When God created Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden and he put breath into their body, he caused Adam to go to sleep and took a rib from Adam and then formed woman. When Adam saw Eve, my man said, this is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh. He didn't say, God, create another woman for me and then let's have a threesome together. It was never like that. So absolutely not. And I agree with Candace Owens. And I love the way she answered. Absolutely not. Why the heck would I do that? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with people to think having a threesome is exciting and that adds some form of spark in the relationship? No, what you need to do is go outside and take in some fresh air and get yourself together. Because reality is you don't understand what you're talking about. And you are far gone mentally.
To get the
Well,
answer. I mean, there's
absolutely
married
not.
couples that want to have threesomes, and
you know
some
what
of
happens?
these ladies are
You
bi-curious.
should jump into those Reddit threads because every single time that marriage ends in divorce, there's so many Reddit threads.
No,
about,
they don't.
Oh,
And a lot
I
of
have,
them
I have
actually do
regulars
really
of
well,
over 5
too.
years.
Okay.
And
There's
they're
some that
not
do really
divorcing.
Do you
well.
believe
Well-
atheists can get married?
I think atheists get married because they want a tax break. I don't.
I love how Candace was like, okay. Because the thing is, you can't argue with fools. Proverbs talk about it. Arguing with fools is a dumb idea because at the end of the day, they're not going to take in what you're saying. And I'm not calling these ladies fools, but I'm saying people who made up their mind about a specific thing and they're not open to listen or they're not open to a constructive a conversation, just let it go. They're not willing to change. Just let it go. That's it.
Point in an atheist getting married. Why don't you just live with your partner, okay? Whoever it is that you're dating, you're at the stage you said, I don't know if you live with your boyfriend or whatever it is. Why take the next leap? If you're wearing crosses for fun and, you know, it
I mean,
seems
if
like
you're actually
good.
asking
Yeah,
the question,
yeah.
I mean, because then I would just be pledging the fact that I would want to be with them forever.
But
I don't really.
you can just be with them forever. So what is it
Right,
that you
but-
crave that when you want to get married? What's that next step for you? What does it mean? What's the difference between dating and marriage?
Because it's a commitment.
Is dating not a commitment?
It's a commitment, but it's saying a
But
next
you're
step. It's
within-
solidifying it.
Okay, solidifying what? Because if
Solidifying
you're,
a bond between two people that love each other.
Okay, but what is solidified? If you can then jump into that next commitment, which is the exact same as dating, and you can sleep with other people and you can put topless photos on the internet, what are you getting married for? Pictures on Instagrams to say you did it?
I mean, I'm not sleeping with other people.
What's the
but-
difference?
What a great question. Candace is talking to this girl, and I believe she's somebody that does OnlyFans as well, but she doesn't have sex, but she just shows like her breasts. I think at one part she said, you know, all she does is show topless videos of herself on OnlyFans. Let me be honest with you, man. People got too much time on their hands. You know, OnlyFans is the devil. I'm sorry, I said it. OnlyFans is the devil. You know, and so are all these other social media apps that allow people to outsource themselves in a way that is perverted. If you're an atheist and you want to get married, fine, do it. What's the point? You don't believe in God. God instituted marriage. Whether you want to agree to it or not, God instituted marriage from the beginning with one man and one woman. And even Adam said, for this reason will a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. Institution of marriage. Adam and Eve were husband and wife in the sight of God. Institution of marriage. So if you want to get married as an atheist, more power to you. But why? Like Candace was saying, you don't got to do it. You don't have to do it. Just stay together and date because you don't believe in the institution of it. You don't believe where it came from. It originated from God. And then on top of that, you want to get married and then continue to work as an OnlyFans. My God, over my dead body. My own wife. You tell me you want to do OnlyFans, even if we are struggling. I'm talking about all we can eat is bread and butter. We will eat bread and butter, but you will never succumb to that lifestyle. And my wife, first of all, this will never come out of her mouth because she's a woman of respect, honor, and dignity. She's a Proverbs 31 woman, baby. So I ain't with the modern day woman that wants to, and this is not to every modern day woman. This is just to a few people that don't know what it is to protect their dignity. They don't have the understanding of protecting their dignity is vital and important. You out here showing your body and showing yourself to every man and everyone that has access to a cell phone and money to pay for a subscription. And then you think you're successful. You are not successful. If that's why the Bible makes it clear that the love of money is the root of all evil, because the fact that you want money and you want to have a lifestyle and post about it and do this, you're out here showing yourself. And then you want somebody, a man, to come and commit to you and say, yeah, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. If a man does that, he has no respect for himself and he doesn't respect you. Or the thing is, he's just there for the money. Because ain't no way I'm allowing myself to be with a woman that is out here, even on Instagram. If you post booty pics and you in bikinis, I don't want you, son. I don't want you. Pack your bags. Matter of fact, in the dating period, let me see your IG. What you got on your IG? If I'm interested in you, I'm following you on your IG. And if I see anything where it's you are promiscuously posting yourself in a way that you want to gain attention, because in a way of that, it shows me that you lack security in yourself, in your self-esteem. You are an insecure individual. If it's a man and all you do is post shirtless pics for whatever reason, excuse me, girl, excuse me, dude, I don't want to be with you. That's what you girls should tell them. Because it's an insecurity mechanism. You're insecure as a woman if all you do is post thirst trap. That's what it's called, right? Where you just post bikini pics, booty pics. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could still be modest and post pictures that are modest, yet they look attractive. You don't got to be doing the most. So I'm with Candace on this. You know what I'm saying? I'm with Candace 110%. Ain't no reason for you to get married. Ain't no reason for you to get married if you're going to be out here posting pictures. Listen, tell me how you feel in the comments below. Are you somebody that says it's okay to do what you want when you get married? Threesome is cool. Foursome is cool. You can still post pictures. You can still have you can flirt here. You can flirt there. If that's what you think, comment below. This is a place where we have conversation to empower men that we can have an impact on our community and society. Men, stand up. Don't go for women who outsource their bodies. And if they're all about posting themselves on the internet, let them go. You don't need that, because that's a problem. That's serpentine, Jezebelic spirit. Let them go, because they will throw you down. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to this video, and subscribe to this channel. It's your boy. I'm so happy I got to talk with you guys today. As always, I see you when I see you. Deuces.